All right, next up, we've got Clemson and NC State. As we stay in the ACC, Clemson 10-point road favorites, 44 the total here in this one. I mean, I ain't laying 10 with Clemson. No way, no how. Now that is the loss there for Clemson. As if it wasn't bad enough already that they had the 2 losses. Now you're 4-3, and now your season is relegated to a middling bowl game. That is basically going to be how your season ends up now. No playoff, no ACC championship, not even a New Year's bowl game. More than likely at this point, you're talking about a middling bowl game. You're talking about going to the, the fucking,
Weed Eater Bowl,
Bell Helicopters Bowl, Armed Forces Bowl, or some shit.
The Mayo
like
Bowl.
Yeah, that's where you're looking at, right? That's what you're looking at right now. And if you're Clemson, that's disgusting to think about that, because this is not something you're used to. You're used to playing for championships. You're used to playing for, ACC championships. You're at least used to playing in a big New Year's bowl game, like a Gator Bowl or a Cotton Bowl at the very least. That shit ain't going to happen this year. So now Dabo and his ultra motivational, style of coaching, he's going to have to find a way to pump up his troops to finish this season strong. And it's not easy. It's not going to be easy, in my opinion. Yeah, they're going to the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Maybe we'll see you in the Pop-Tarts Bowl, Dabo, on Thursday, December 28 in Orlando. That'll get you fired up. There you go. Yeah, the Cheez-It Bowl, one of those. The Pop-Tarts Bowl, as they're calling it now, the Orlando one. It used to be the Camping World Bowl. Yeah, that's probably where they're going, right? That's probably like where they're going to end up now. Like, that seriously could be a destination. And I think there's an ACC tie-in with that Pop-Tarts Bowl as well. So, we might be seeing them there on December 28th. But you really have to wonder about where this team is at now mentally. How sharp, because if you're down on yourself and you're down on the team and you're saying, oh, this season's just not going the way we wanted, you don't bring it in practice, and you don't play as well in the game. So that worries me big time. There's a crushing loss against Miami last week with a backup quarterback, even though, as we said, he played well. Emory Williams. I still see Cade Klubnik, and I still see a quarterback who's not anywhere close to great yet. He's okay. He's not anything special right now. And that's got to be disappointing, because they gave DJU the boot for this guy, and basically this guy is not really taking the mantle. 18 of 34 last week, barely less than, not even, actually, barely 50% completions. They couldn't run the ball at all against Miami. Defense, did their best to hang in there, and even they got worn down late. Yeah, I want no part of Clemson. Now, the question is, though, can we trust NC State? That's the bigger question. They are off a bye week, but, they've lost to Louisville. Their offense is stagnant. Duke, MJ Morris did nothing at quarterback. The quarterback changed from Brennan Armstrong to MJ Morris, worked for 1 week, and then against Duke, they did nothing. And the one thing Clemson still has is a capable defense. So this game probably stays under. I could only look at NC State, but their level of play is not to the level that I'm excited about taking them. But I would surely take NC State with the +10 here before I even consider a bet on Clemson. This team and their psyche, it worries me right now, because, like I say, they're basically relegated to playing in a minor bowl game. That is what this season has devolved into for the Clemson Tigers. What do you think here, C-Mac?
Yeah, I don't want really either of these teams. And if you back these teams lately, they're just not cashing either. They've been awful ATS. So, like, for free bet, I take NC State as a home dog. That's where they played their better football over the years. Even though Clemson's gone in there and won, they did lose a couple years ago, 27-21. What I looked at this was the under. There's the total here. I wish it was a few points higher, because that's one thing. The defense has been pretty good for NC State, and the numbers are pretty good for Clemson. And what do we get from Morris after putting up, being on the 3 spot, at Duke? I mean, it was ugly. So I lean under here. I just don't know if I get to the window with it.
Yeah, there's another bowl game that we might see Clemson in. Wednesday, December 27, Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte. Maybe Dabo and the boys can have a little Duke's Mayo Bowl action. You can go to that bowl game. You can still win it and have the mayo plastered all over you after the game. There you go. That'll get the boys fired up to finish the season strong. I don't know. I'm kind of joking. It's just kind of funny, and it's actually kind of refreshing to see Clemson get knocked down a peg a little bit.
Yeah.
It's been tough. We're going to see what this program's made of. The next couple of years are big for them because there's people think that they've fallen off and they're not going to be able to get back to that year in, year out championship contention status that they've had for years. So we're going to see how Dabo can.
We'll see. That was a hell of a run, though. That was a hell of 7-year run they had.
Yeah. A lot of interesting issues moving forward for Clemson, how they navigate things for sure.